Hi, I'm Dani Romero with Homes.com News, and I'm joined with our Chief Residential Economist Brad Case. And today we're breaking down President Trump's State of the Union address and what that means for the housing market. Trump said that he wants to keep home prices rising while making housing affordable. But how can both be true, Brad?
They can both be true, Dani, and they will both be true. But it's not an easy problem to solve, and there are no quick fixes. The reason that buying a home is so difficult these days is that home prices went up so much during the COVID pandemic because people wanted more room to work from home or for a bigger household to live in. And you have to remember that 2/3 of the country owns their homes, so that increase in prices was a good thing for them, and they don't want to see their house prices go back down. That would also be bad for the economy. So President Trump is right in trying to prevent anything that would cause home prices to go down. What's going to help us solve the home buyer affordability issue going forward is strong income growth.
What about income growth?
Well, over the last few years, what we've seen is that incomes have been growing more rapidly than inflation and more rapidly than house prices. And that makes the entire homebuyer affordability equation a little bit easier to manage. Then that's true throughout the income distribution, not just upper income people, but the middle class and even lower wage workers have seen their wages and their incomes increase more than home prices. And that makes it a little bit easier for them to save up the down payment that they need to become home buyers for the first time. And it makes it a little bit more easier for them to handle the monthly payments that they're going to have when they become homeowners.
So how do these dynamics play out for first-time home buyers and people who want to trade up?
Well, if you're thinking about people who are trying to trade up, they don't have the same homebuyer constraint because their down payment is going to come from the home that they're selling, and maybe even the appreciation of that home is more than the down payment. So their financial situation is better because of that big run up in prices. When you're looking at home buyers, that's where the difficulty really is. Those people who are trying to become first-time home buyers have to build up the down payment, which is harder when home prices have increased. And they have to make sure that their income, even though it's increased, will be able to cover the monthly home buying costs. So what they're doing is looking at which homes in the market they can afford. And typically, they're looking at a starter home. Later on, they will become part of that group of people who are selling their starter home to move into a bigger home in a better neighborhood.
And on that note, head to Homes.com for more residential news.